Welcome back, my little kittens. We are once again playing this game, which suddenly decided it wanted to scare me and succeeded in doing so. So after the last episode, I took a bit of a break, watched some comedy, and tried to avoid thinking about that thing. And yeah, I decided to torture myself more by continuing to play it. It's really fucking creepy. I don't know if it's just me, or if it's meant to be like that creepy. It's legit fucking terrifies me. I don't like it. I don't know. Maybe it's just supposed to be unnerving or whatever, but it legit scares me. So let's hope we can kill this character sooner rather than later. But knowing my luck, it's gonna be like the talking wolves and it's a constant enemy or something. Or this is a character we have to save. I don't know. Suddenly exclaimed a voice near me. I trembled from the surprise, turning instantly towards it. A feminine voice.
Well, what is a real one doing around here?
Said one of those strange beings standing right next to me. I didn't realize when it appeared, but I'm not surprised, since I was very distracted. She's wearing a mask with a big smile, more malicious than happy. She looks at my face from above. I almost jump, surprised from the impression, then quickly stand up. What? Me? Nothing. Don't pay attention to me. Just ignore me. Was my poor answer, said so nervously that would make a lie detector laugh. Curiously, she laughs too, covering the mouth with the mask with both hands for a second.
How normal are you?
Oh, great. She actually has a little character icon. Awesome. She exclaimed before laughing again. I have no idea what she means. Normal? I repeat, confused. The way she talks doesn't tell me if it's good or a bad thing.
Yes, normal. Something strange here. Too strange, non-existent to be honest. But funny enough, it is still called normal.
How can you call something normal if it doesn't exist here? Do you know? What? Thanks, Grandma. Grammar problems. After saying that, the masked doll stares at me. I may not be able to see her eyes, but I can feel her piercing look. Suddenly, I feel a chill run down my spine. Your spine is getting a workout with all these chills. She exclaimed, impatient, at the same time she tilts her head. Well, I guess it could be because at some point it was normal and the thing stuck to it. I have no idea what I'm saying. I just say the first thing that crossed my mind. The masked doll takes a step back and then covers her face with both hands. Seeing her do that fills my heart with anxiety. I just don't know what to expect.
Class! That was exactly what happened.
She then suddenly said, almost making me jump. I got scared at how excited she sounded. And then she puts her hands together as if she were praying.
Well, since you answered my question, I'll answer one of yours.
I blink. My lips moved, but no sound comes from them. Questions I have plenty, but I don't know which one to make first. However, that wasn't necessary.
This place is not of the kingdom of the sun. What you see now are its inhabitants. They have no name, but as you can see, they are no human or animal.
She said, talking with perfect calm, as if she could read my mind. I shiver after hearing her, then turn around to look at the strange beings that continue playing as if nothing else mattered. After a couple seconds, I look back at the masked doll. Wait, is she what all of them look like, or is she just a random thing that is staring at me? Why didn't you wait for me to ask the question? I blinked, confused. I'm not angry, just curious.
Because there was no need for it. All visitors ask the same.
The masked doll takes a step closer, reducing the distance between the two. That makes me feel slightly uncomfortable.
Since I don't have a name, no one asked for yours. This place is weird, as an unreal world, and for that very reason, the inhabitants can't see anything that is real. They can't see you.
So you're not an inhabitant. They can't see me? I interrupt her with that question. Suddenly, I feel cold. It's not a chill. It's more as if someone had stolen all the heat from my body. I feel a big hole in my heart, not knowing why. The masked doll shakes her head side to side.
No one can do it, except for me, because I am very, very special.
After saying that, she covers her lips with both hands and pretends to laugh. I don't know if she's trying to be funny, but it is uncomfortable for me. Then she fixes her eyes in me. I tremble, surprised. It makes no sense, but even while wearing a mask, I can tell what her expression is, or at least imagine it.
However, there's another person here who can see you. The only person who can help you with your problems.
After saying that, she plays with her fingers. It seems she can't remain still for a moment, but I feel she does that only because she is in front of me. In other words, is toying with me, because she's a toy, because she's a doll. How do you know I have problems?
Because you are a real one in a world where nothing is real. You don't belong here, and will never do. A fish outside of water has big problems. And you are that fish right now.
After saying that, she pretends to laugh again. My heart instantly becomes heavy with anxiety. There is a part of me that understands what it means. In silence, I look away to see my surroundings once more. It is impossible for me to feel at home at a world like this, no matter how much time passes. And honestly, I hope it's not much time. I would like to get out and go back to where I belong as soon as possible. I blink and look back at her, who remains completely still, as if she had suddenly turned to stone. I swallow saliva and try to ignore it. Well, who is the person you were talking about? The masked doll doesn't react. She remains perfectly immobile and in silence for long seconds that feel eternal, and then suddenly make a reverence to me with a move so sudden I tremble from the impression.
He is the king of this world, of course.
Oh, it's a kid, and this is all imaginary. It's an imaginary world, and he's the kid who created it. Right? Right? Is that what the whole secret of this world is? The last one didn't really have a secret. It was kind of stupid. But maybe.
He knows all you need to. Although I must warn you to be careful. He's not particularly kind to the real ones.
After saying that, she goes quiet and immobile again. I wait for her to say something more, to point out where I have to go, or give me another clue, but my wait is in vain. Confused, I touch her in the shoulder with my index finger. Once again, I expect her to make a sudden move, but it doesn't happen. Even when I shake her, she doesn't react again, as if she was a toy which ran out of battery. Finally, I get bored of shaking her, realizing she won't move again. Okay, I'm glad she's gone. I'm sure she'll come back, but I don't like it. I don't like her. Now the only thing left is to confirm her words. Carefully, I walk towards the group of what seems to be children playing in the park. My heart beats, overflowing with anxiety as I wait for some kind of reaction. Nothing happens. Then I swallow saliva, feeling it particularly bitter. Hi, how are you? Just saying that was incredibly hard. I expect them to turn to me at any moment and say something, even be seen as an invader. However, none of those things happen. The only thing there is silence. Hello? I say louder, finding the same result. Quickly, my fear dies, being replaced by frustration and anxiety. They really can't see me, right? I murmur with a low voice in annoyance. Then I think about touching one of them. I extend my hand to the closer kid, who calmly plays with the sand. My fingers get closer slowly, expecting to feel the cool material. However, I stop before touching it. I'm not brave enough to do it. It probably either would make attack you, or you would go straight through it. It's better for me to leave things as they are, I sigh again before looking around. I didn't realize before, but at the distance there is a gold and white castle in the highest part of the city. I see the park one last time, convincing myself that nothing good would come of staying more time here, and then begin my trouble to the castle at the distance. How are we already walking in the castle? Moving results much easier than I expected. There's a road with yellow stairs that lead to the castle. Impossible to meet them. Follow the yellow brick road. This way is unspeakably long. However, no matter how much time passes, how many steps I go up, I never feel tired. Wait, am I supposed to be going up the steps now with this? Because this is definitely not yellow. I'm not thirsty, nor sweat under the sun. I'm always relaxed and full of energy, at least physically. My mind, on the other side, is an incomprehensible chaos. As I ascend, I watch the inhabitants of the place. Children sing or run without end, recognized only by their smaller size. Adults, meanwhile, work hanging clothes on the roof, cleaning the streets, or in the buildings from which smoke comes out. Those are the typical things one would imagine in a town. However, far from seeming normal, I see them as disturbing. Wait, so do the kids not go to school, or is it like the weekend or something? Also, every time you go down, in the corner, in the bottom, there's a little black mark hole thing, and I wonder what that's supposed to be. If that's supposed to be like a shadow or something? I don't know. They feel too artificial. There's no life in them. They don't do it with a purpose or because they like it. It's more like they are puppets, supposed to represent the everyday life of an imaginary town without a single touch of reality in it. In other words, everything is being believed. Children are having fun, the adults don't need to work or wear clothes. If the streets were dirty, no one would care. It is all simply a lie. Not only that, but there is another detail that makes it even more uncomfortable. The city they live in is almost ruined. The city they live in is almost ruined. Many of the buildings have fallen down, and those still standing are full of cracks. It seems the city has been a long time without proper maintenance, letting the buildings to age until they crumble in pieces. And they don't seem to care in the slightest. Not even that. Simply there isn't a problem in our artificial minds. I gulp with my heart turning heavier than lead, then shake my head to forget about it and set my sight to the front. I still have many steps to go up, hundreds of them more. I just try to look to the front without paying attention to them. At least what the Naboth said before seems to be true. They can't see me. By the time I finally reached the castle, the sun was setting. But this is the kingdom of the sun. How can the sun set? In the entrance, there is a pair of guards with long spears. They are just for show. It is impossible any of the puppets would try to enter. They have no will of their own. But will the puppets try to stop you from entering? In my case, they simply can't see me, or so it would be the same if they weren't there. How do you know they can't see you, though? Like, you get to a certain point and they sense something's there and automatically block it. Like, seriously. I doubt for a moment, looking at them deeply to confirm with supposition. Okay. I steel myself and manage to touch the mask of one of them. Nothing happens. It doesn't tremble or even act confused. The guard remains still as a statue. I sight and then decide to keep going forward. At the entrance, there's a red carpet. There's a red carpet with golden edges. As I walk through the hallway, I see numerous paintings, sculptures, and vases, along many types of furniture. Yeah, the spelling is going downhill. Irritating. For sure, they must have been very beautiful. I'm talking in the past, because in the present day, they are ruined. Many of them are broken, worn down, and colorless. Not capitals. It's as if the whole city had countless years abandoned. Slowly turns to dust without anyone noticing. Something else calls my attention, is that there are no doors. With the exception of the entrance in the hallway, I don't see any clue of there being any other rooms in the castle. It has a huge size, and the use only a small part of it. I shake my head, not knowing what to think about it. Anyway, the king shouldn't be far. I continue walking until I find before another big door, along with a pair of useless guards that completely ignore me. This time, I don't stop to watch them. I just ignore them back and keep moving forward, as I remember what the mask doll said to me. The king is the only one who can see me, and the only one who can help me. That doesn't mean he will. There's a chance he will be disgusted by my presence. But that I can't know until I talk to him. Well, if he helps you escape, then you won't be in this unreal world anymore. Finally, I arrive to the throne room. A room very big with a second floor where dozens of puppets look down. I know they can't see me. They don't even move, so it'd be more appropriate to say there isn't light in them. They are just furniture. But knowing that dozens of masks with different expressions, all of them artificial, stare deeply at me and send shivers to my spine. I gulp and my heart beats anxiously. This is not the time to doubt. I'm just a few steps away from my destination. I cross the red curtain that hangs between me and the throne, not knowing what to expect. In my mind, the images of different kings come to mind. It's gonna be a kid. Betcha, it's gonna be a kid. An old man with a long white beard, plenty of wisdom, a puppet just like the others with a gold crown, or even an empty room, the king being nothing but a symbol. What I didn't imagine, however, was what I found. Yeah, boy. Ah? Exclaimed a young, scared boy when he noticed my presence. He is not a puppet, but a human, just like me. He wears a red cloak and a cardboard golden crown, as if it was just a toy. More than a king, he seems someone who plays to be one, but that feels fitting for this world of farces. Who are you? How did you come to this place? I look at him for a couple of seconds before looking down. I don't know if I should kneel before a king or simply speak to him like any normal person. Let's save. Well, kneeling before him, we were warned that he doesn't like real people, and he already kind of seems disturbed by us. So kneeling would probably be better, show him respect, because this is his kingdom, however real it might be. But he also is just a kid, so I'm gonna pick probably the wrong answer, but go with speak naturally. Of course, he may have the title of a king, but in reality is just a child. More than feeding the illusion of being a ruler, I should remember him that. My name is Gary. Honestly, I'm not very sure of how I came here. Even if it sounds ridiculous, I just woke up in this place. I speak as naturally as possible, being friendly more than anything else. The kid stares at me in silence for what seems endless seconds, with a face that says he doesn't know what to think of me. He isn't angry or happy at my presence, at least not completely. It's more like he's curious about me. Did someone else come with you? He asked without even presenting himself before. Seems he still had to learn manners, but I can't blame him. He has lived alone for as long as this fantasy kingdom existed. Answer! He then added, impatient. I don't like the way he looks at me at all. My heart feels heavy, noticing something was wrong. No, I say reluctantly. Before talking, you should present yourself. After all, I already told you my name. The kid makes a disgusted face after hearing my question. It wasn't the fact I asked his name what made him angry, but me demanding something from him. Henry, the first monarch of the Golden Sun. The kid presents himself, talking with so much pride it almost stinks. He then turns to see me with piercing eyes, waiting for some kind of praise from me. Now it is clear to me he isn't a normal kid. He was brainwashed with the title of a king. Then I remember something important. Mastel told me he could help me. Henry, how did you end up in this place? Henry tilts his head, staring at me with annoyance. He intentionally waits before speaking. With each second he makes me wait, my anxiety grows. Soon it becomes much heavier than what my shoulders are able to resist. Make an anguished face just before losing my temper. Do you want to stay trapped in this place? Just after saying that, my heart fills with regret. I look down, knowing it was a bad idea. Henry looks back at me with a face full of pure disgust, more than I could ever imagine in a person, adult or child. I instantly realize something is terribly bad. I created this place, and I am the king. And, to answer your question, no, I want to stay here forever. The look in his eyes becomes dead cold at that moment. What I see is an absolute rejection. He looks at me as his enemy. I have no doubts of it. The real ones are not welcome here. As the king, to maintain the peace of the kingdom, it is my job to eliminate you. Just after saying that, he claps a couple times. The noise makes an echo inside my head. Then, all suddenly, I hear a mechanism move inside the castle. I can't even imagine it. The gear is moving something heavy. What I couldn't tell was what they were moving, and that exactly a trap below my feet. I have no time to react or even think when the floor below me opens, making me fall. The only thing I can think to do is scream from the bottom of my heart, desperate, scared, as I fall to a dark pit which becomes darker and darker each second. I scream with no end, feeling every second an endless torment. My eyes are unable to see the bottom. Instead, they see how the darkness surrounds me, captures me, engulfs me. I'm falling into the darkness. I literally do, not falling down a pit, but to a sea of darkness. It is an endless fall, or rather, the sensation of falling forever, trapped in a darkness that doesn't belong to any world, real or dream. However, no matter how much time passes, even if forever, I simply can't stop screaming. Woo! Pick the wrong choice! Yay! I'm great at this game. Maybe next time I should pick the one that I think is going to be the wrong. Or okay. Why isn't she highlighted? Because we met her. So, and we saved her. Is there going to be something else? I don't know. Well, I guess we'll pick the other choice in the next episode. Thank you for watching.